Designers, antique dealers, and interior architects use them. Art galleries and high-end furniture manufacturers use them. Even celebrities and snowbirds use them. What am I talking about? Moving specialists. Packing, moving, and transporting items like a presidential chair, a Ferrari, or a painting by Picasso is crucial and requires a company that is above reproach. Hi, I'm Nancy Hornback. Nestled in Kings Park, New York is a family-owned and operated company who's been safely transporting priceless items for over 20 years. The Plycon Transportation Group. I recently sat down with owner Chris Plyconis to learn why they are one of the nation's premier moving specialists.
We specialize in transporting high-value product nationwide, and anything from a high-value piece of furniture to an automobile or to some kind of artwork that's prized possession of someone's.
Who uses and benefits from your service?
Interior designers, interior architects, celebrities such as Michael Jordan, Joan Rivers, Donald Trump. We've done some work for a lot of snowbirds going down to Florida for the winter season, from New York, from Chicago, from Boston. They go down for the winter time and they come back again in the spring. We also deal with household moving, residential moving, locally, nationwide.
Describe in detail what you do. In other words, what happens when you get an order?
Our orders are usually generated via the fax machine. A client will fax over a request for quotation. They will give us the description of the item, what they want us to do with the item, transport from, say, New York to Los Angeles. They will give us the dimensions, materials, so we know whether to crate or somehow how to package. Then we generate an order via that, once we get an approval on the quotation. And we will bring the product from either the manufacturer or the showroom and bring it right into the customer's home and place it where they like it.
How do you ensure that the items get safely to their destination?
Well, what we like to do is actually read the paperwork that we have to understand the product we are going to haul. And then we have one of our trained staff go out and wrap and pack the merchandise properly, mark it correctly to ensure its safety to its final destination. Then as far as tracking and keeping a date of delivery, we have satellite tracking on our vehicles, and we have dispatchers that run the trucks that are going nationwide, and any kind of demanded delivery date, we make sure that our operation managers are on top of that to ensure a prompt delivery.
What is the process when you transport antiques or fine art?
Well, there's some extra steps and precautions taken. Again, it's materials, what we would use on a high-value piece. We have special papers, wax papers, paper padding, foam. And again, if it's something very, very high value, we would crate it and ensure its safety. The normal process is we specialize again in blanket wrapping, which saves a lot of cost to the customer of the crating charge. But if we feel that we need to crate, we will crate. We really specialize in the one-piece moves nationwide, where most moving companies will not touch an order like that because they need to get a minimum charge. And we specialize in anywhere in the nation, of one chair to a truckload.
What is ASID?
American Society of Interior Designers. We're a member of that to have relations with the interior designers and architects that we mostly deal with that purchase this high-value product that's not available to the public. It's only available to the trade.
I've been working with Plycon for the past 12 years. Being a design firm, we depend on Plycon to pick our furniture up from our distributors, store it in our warehouses, and deliver it to our clients when the job is complete. I recommend Plycon for all your moving needs.
Our trucks are all up-to-date technology. We usually turn our trucks over within 4 years, so we always have new equipment. Some of our vehicles are equipped with climate control to keep product at room temperature. A lot of finishes that we transport are very climate sensitive, and when we go cross country, we could be going through a desert, we could be going through the mountains where it's snowing well below zero. Artwork needs to be at room temperature, and then we have satellite tracking on our long distance trucks, so we know where the drivers are at all times.
What is your white glove service, and does everyone receive it, or is there an extra charge?
Well, it's for special jobs where we would go into a most likely residential home deliveries where we would go in and unwrap, unpack everything, place everything. Could be a picture frame, could be a mirror hung on the wall. We would take care of all those things, undo the linens and things like that, and place them where they would like them.
How do you know where to place the items?
Well, we're directed by an interior designer or an interior architect.
So the interior designer is on site with you?
Yes, and they guide us through what they would like us to do.
Tell me about your staff.
Each office has a operations manager. Then they have order processors that type orders and handle quotations. They have warehouse managers, driver supervisors, helpers.
How are they trained?
When it comes to training, each one of us, when I mean each one of us, it would be myself or two brothers, have crews that we've trained, and we have them pass it down to newcomers and train them and teach them how to do paperwork and how to wrap and how to pack, how to load a truck. And then the growth factor continues from there by them handing down their trade secret to the next newcomer.
Right now, I'm on balance. I got a 200-pound plus piece that I'm holding with actually one finger. This is balance. This is what I was talking about. So you see what we've just done here, gentlemen. We've protected the homeowner's property, and it's not going to affect us and our safety. It's going to protect the homeowner's property. You have to know that the idea when you're working on a stair carry is to keep this piece as level as possible. So as Billy's coming up the stairs, Sandro might need to raise his grip a little bit to keep that piece kind of like level, keeping those legs from hitting those staircases, and the grip is the same. Another key, when you're backing up on this step and you're the bottom guy, you don't want to push him too hard, and you don't want to have this guy drag a lot of pressure on the back. It's got to be, you got to have the right feel for that.
Clear.
You're good.
Ready
Clear.
for your pick.
Tell me when you're ready to lift. I'm ready back here. Just let me know when you're ready.
All right, lift.
I got it up.
Tell him when you're going to set it down so he knows. Set it.
Coming down.
All right.
Come on up.
That's up. Going up.
We're all employees. We're all controlled by the system that we've developed, and we don't subcontract out to anyone. And we always know whose vehicle the piece is going to be on. It's a Plycon vehicle.
What is unique about Plycon Transportation? What sets it apart?
Well, I feel that a lifetime of knowledge that myself and two brothers have, that we grew up in the industry as children in the moving van with my father, and we understand furniture. That's what we are. We're moving specialists. It's instilled into us, and you very, very rarely find that today. We understand what the customer wants. We understand the product we're hauling. It's not just a desk to somebody. It could be a prized possession to somebody, and they want to ensure that that's going to be safe, insured, and delivered with no hassle.
For over 20 years, Plycon Transportation Group has been one of the nation's premier blanket wrap carriers. Their commitment to total customer satisfaction guarantees that your precious items will be packed in a courteous and professional manner, delivered on time and damage-free to their final destination. Plycon takes the worry out of moving. So whether you need to transport a priceless piece of art, antique furniture, or an entire household down the street or across the country, Plycon Transportation Group is a name you can trust. This is Nancy Harmonic reporting for Close Up on America's Business.